This video will provide a demonstration of how to use EpiGraM for staff, and in particular I'm going to cover a couple of layouts, the home layout and then the study layout. One way to switch between them is to go straight to the layout and click from one to the other. There are other ways that you will get between them. From the home layout, it's got really three sections. The first is a find up here at the top, and this will do a find within studies and will do kind of a global search, and so it you don't have to know that something is listed in a specific spot, but if you look for a faculty member, for example, it could be in the effort, it could be the PI, it could be in the notes, anywhere. Then this middle section is a series of buttons that will generally run reports or take you to reports, and that's divided up by the staff, the typical things they would want to do. And most of these will be covered in separate videos. For example, there's a chart of accounts video for the accountants. For a number of these reports, like the effort, you can enter parameters here, and so what this will do is, for example, if you wanted to look at a faculty member's effort, during the year 2017, you'd set the start date and the end date and then who you're looking for. Then when you click the appropriate button, it will do a report for that person. I'll cover those reports in separate videos as well. So from here I'm going to demonstrate the find, look for cancer, and that's going to pull up 41 studies that have cancer somewhere, anywhere in this screen, including in the hidden fields that are not visible when you open it up. This screen is going to group it's what I'm calling a study, and it is going to group together all of the IRFs, the PRFs, the awards, projects, budget periods, and effort that are associated with that study, and in some cases they can be non-sponsored, in which case we won't have these, but we'll have non-sponsored. If your privileges allow you to do that, you can enter directly, make changes directly in any of these fields. So there's a certain core set of fields here that belong to the study. For example, it should have a consistent sponsor, mechanism, a department. A given project may have a different PI, but the overall study should have one PI. Now, renewals and supplements will also be gathered under the same study, so I've got a section here to make a note if something has been applied for and if it's been awarded. That becomes important once the list of projects or PRFs gets to be long. It's useful to know whether they all belong to the same award or whether there's been further applications. To create a new record for any of these tables, the IRFs, PRFs, etc., click in one of the yellow colored boxes at the first open row, and that will create a record to make changes to the details. So some information you can fill out directly in this, and then you can click on the details button to fill out additional fields. If there are PRFs, I'm going to scroll through. If there's no PDF listed for the PRFs or the NOGAs, and this is actually true of the non-sponsored as well, you can click on the Browse button and it will it'll ask you what file to upload, and then it will upload it. I'm going to scroll through. Okay, there's one. This NOGA has been uploaded. There's a tiny icon there, and so if you want to see that, clicking on this button will open it. I have two screens here, so it actually opened on the other screen. That will open this in Adobe in a separate window. One thing that has changed from the previous iteration is that now there needs to be, for reporting purposes, a project for every study, even if there is no actual project with that's been awarded. So what I've am doing instead is in having this pending notation and then the link number to denote hypothetical proposed projects. Studies should always have effort associated with them, even if there is no faculty effort covered. And with that case, you can put in effort of 0. So the reason for that is that many reports about faculty members are going to be based upon what's in the effort table. I have this split up here into one section, which is the awarded effort, and then one section of proposed effort. Since this is a recently submitted grant and has no decision made yet, all there is proposed effort down here. And again, to create a record, you just click in here and choose a faculty member and award it. So all faculty on a grant, again, even if they are not being paid, if their salary is not being paid, if they are affiliated with the grant, they should have either proposed or awarded effort. This section here will be what was used to be the award notes have been incorporated into this section, and this will be a mixture of future proposals, again, if there's a renewal proposed, supplement proposed, etc., as well as notes about the awards. Kind of high-level information can be put here, so when someone else is looking at the study, they will be able to orient themselves quickly. So to return to the home screen, you can either click here, or again, you can move between them using the layouts in the layout menu up here. To do a find, I'll reiterate, you can do, let's see what has epidemiology in it. Oh, no records were found, so nothing has that. Interesting. Oh, I see. It's misspelled. 19 have epidemiology or some similar variant in there. I would suggest use it, and that could be anywhere. Mostly it'll be in the title for a search like that. However, you could also do a search. I'm going to take the PRF number from this study, 739225, and that's only going to have one, because that number is only found in one award. So you can search by the PRF, the con, project number, just about anything, faculty member can be searched up here. If you want to look for something in a particular field, like you want only grants where a faculty member is the PI, then you can start a find with Control F or whatever you want here, and then perform the find. And there are 12 where she is the, as far as the university is concerned, she is the PI. The last thing that I'm going to show you is the tables, the underlying data tables for these. There may be times when you want to interact in a different way with it. So if you go to one of these, there are some fields that are not shown on the study page, such as when they were created, may not be there. And the other thing about looking at them as tables like this is information that should be there and is missing is in yellow. Now these are missing because these were old PRFs and they were done before EpiGraM was in use, so we're missing starting dates and various other pieces of information. But there are tables for IRFs, PRFs, studies, awards, projects, periods, and effort. And one way of, this is something you may use for cleanup. You can go into these tables and, well, it looks like this is the, that doesn't surprise me. The period, budget period tables are looking really clean. In the effort tables, there's some missing things, and so this is something I use for cleaning up. for example. There's no end date from this project. No end date was listed for this faculty effort. To summarize again, there's the home layout, which will be a sort of a center for you to start searches, to do reports on them. There is the study layout, which summarizes all the information about a study, and then there are the reports, which will be covered in their own separate videos, and data tables, which are most useful for looking for missing information. And those are things that if you're involved in cleaning the data, you may want to use those.